Louis Agassiz was a naturalist in Switzerland back in the 1830s. Very well known scientist, had the ear of the scientific community of Europe. And in 1837, after looking at a lot of things in the Alps and Northern Europe, he decided that the Earth had experienced an ice age. And he said so in 1837 to the world. Half the world didn't believe him because they were still equating a lot of glacial features, including modified bedrock surfaces like this, as well as the sand and gravel deposits, to having been formed in the biblical deluge. So he revolutionized things, and he eventually came to Harvard and taught natural sciences and built a large building down there referred to as the Agassiz Museum of today. In the process, he traveled around this part of the world, seeing if the Great Ice Age had come here also. And on one occasion, he came up to Bangor by boat from Boston and rented a wagon and a driver and started down this road, Route 1A, from Bangor to Ellsworth, observing the landscape, and he decided that it was a glacial landscape, a very broad geographic landscape with glacially transported boulders and so forth, and he kept looking at outcrops of bed ledge like this, and finally he got to this very ledge and looked at it and said, this is a glaciated surface, and you can tell because of the general slope. The ice came from my left, rode up this slope, ground it down, abraded it, made scratches, made the big grooves that you see all over this surface. And the direction of those grooves tells you the flow direction of the ice from the northwest to the southeast. Eventually he published this, and that publication is the first publication saying, in this country, saying this area had been covered by a very wide expanse of glacial ice that must have filled the whole Penobscot Valley at least, and probably covered New England at the time. So this outcrop is the first reported evidence of glaciation in this country. Today it's on the National Register of Historic Places, and it's right here on Route 1A in Ellsworth Falls.